Hi, welcome to Myers ASMR. How are you? Relax, relax. It's so good to see you. I'm always glad to see you. Hey, your path lights up in a way that you cannot miss it. You can feel the compulsion. Your path lights up in a way that you cannot miss it. You can feel the compulsion. Well, I must have felt this compulsion towards this slow cooked beef and mashed potatoes from Whole Foods, part of their prepared meal. Probably doesn't look like much, but I'm about to have a taste. But firsty, I got to try actually, I've already tried it before. This is my second bottle of this shimmer oil, which I'm kind of obsessed with now. Not just this one, but the whole trend, because it's new for me. This one smells so good. It's called Vanilla Baby. Oops, you're supposed to shake it up first. And it's not dramatic, but it adds a subtle hint of sparkle wherever you put it. And I like to see it flicker in the light because it's a little bit unexpected because it's so subtle. And then you see those shimmery flickers. Like, what? So I think it's just a little extra sparkle for your day. And when it smells good, it's even better. And no, they're not sponsoring me or paying me for this. I had to buy that with my own money. Anyways, let's dig into this here. Let me taste this beef. Okay. Reminds me of Argentina. You could tell it's slow cooked because it's super duper tender. This is good. This is one of the meals from the Too Good To Go surprise bag. When I get them, I put them in the freezer. These mashed potatoes are really good. this portion. I mean, if you have a big appetite and you're like so hungry, you probably want to supplement it with something else. Maybe a snack and some fruit. I gotta tell you, that was way better than it looked. I mean, the taste was phenomenal. I have some leftover grapes. Don't you just love grapes? whiskey is basically all I drink. When I go out to eat, I get a glass of water. I added a few chamomile petals to this one, just because. I live next to a Hispanic supermarket, so they have these big bags of herbs for really cheap. I feel so fortunate and blessed to be near that. All kinds of herbs, even big bags of flax seeds. Yeah. So much produce you can find in these ethnic markets. Well, you know what time it is. It's that time in the video when we focus on getting better and better every day in every way. Almost forgot I was so busy sipping on my tea. Anyways, with the help of this How to Develop a Winning Personality book, let's see where we left off. What to do when Cupid goes. What to do when Cupid goes. There is another side to the entertainment coin. As a married person, you not only visited others, but invited others to visit with you. And if you are like most of us, your friends were married couples. What do you do now that you're no longer married? Do you discard your old married friends and seek out new unmarried ones? Do you begin to associate only with divorced people, or do you continue to invite the same people who always came to your home? Here's what one 35-year-old divorcee told me of her own very successful experience. At first, I didn't want to go anywhere or have anyone come to see me. I had all of the mental blocks you could think of. After a while, though, I realized that I was being foolish. As I thought about the matter, I began to see something I had never thought of. Though a broken marriage is a tragic thing and should be avoided if at all possible, the new situation did offer me a certain amount of choice and freedom that I had almost forgotten about in 10 years of marriage. Don't get me wrong, that kind of freedom is no substitute for the chains of matrimony, and freedom is no substitute. And the fact that I have remarried is an indication of how I feel about it. Nevertheless, in my low state of mind, it was a plus. I didn't give up my old friends, but I began to mix them a little more with unmarried people. I found that married and unmarried people mix very well if you steer the conversation away from children, and I never did care very much about the ones who couldn't speak of anything else. Sometimes I had a group of only unmarried people over, and you'd be amazed at how much I had in common with them after only a short time of singleness. The problems of shopping alone were fascinating. I found that the whole world is geared to married people. Half of every loaf of bread has to be thrown away because it goes stale before one person can finish it. Half of every can of soup is wasted, or at best not as good as the first half if consumed the next day. The small quantity purchaser takes second place in the store to the family shopper. People look at you queerly if you invite a person of the opposite sex to your apartment. I could go on and on. Whenever I discovered an advantage in the single state, that too served to stimulate discussion. Did you know, by the way, that it's almost always impossible to get a single seat at a theater even when the show is a hit? The trouble is, who wants to go to the theater alone? What I'm trying to show is that I found myself beginning to fit in more with more different kinds of people, and I made the most of it. How do you think I found my wonderful new husband in my own living room? It was, since couples were no longer strictly required at my home. I said bring him along when one of our old married couples called one day to tell me they couldn't make a dinner appointment because a friend from the Midwest had dropped in. He was a bachelor, one of the confirmed sort. I told him I didn't blame him for being so confirmed, because he could always get a single seat at the theater, could snore all he wanted to, could live in a filthy house if he felt like it, could go to the hospital every time he got the flu and not be bothered by a wife fussing and bothering all over the place, and could do all of the other wonderful things I had on my list. I promise you I was only trying to be funny, but the next thing he said was, "My God, you paint a horrible picture. Will you come with me if I get 2 single seats at the theater for Wednesday evening?" I'm sure you think what I'm saying is silly, but it really isn't. It's just another way of saying that if a person has to part from a husband, she should not only look at the dark side, and I admit there is a very dark side, but at the new worlds that open up, I don't know how to express it, but through these new worlds, I found the way back to the old world, which for me was the best kind. Anyhow, I didn't mope. I guess she is a little mixed up, but in a delightful way, and I can't express her philosophy more competently. One thing bears no contradiction: she did not permit the tragedy of divorce to warp her personality. Rather, she managed to extract from the experience a little something that enriched her personality, as every experience can do for people who stand up to the winds of life instead of being uprooted. Okay, well, that's the end of that chapter, so this is a good place to stop. The next chapter is chapter 10, and it's titled "Give Yourself Away." So I am very eager to see what that's about. I have not read this book ahead of time, so as I'm reading it to you, you're hearing it at the same time that I'm hearing it. You know, if you would like to collaborate on each other's social media channels, let me know, because I'm interested in that, because it's all about helping one another to grow and get better, right? If you've got a product or service that you want me to showcase and talk about on my channel, let me know. I'm interested in that too. And if you like what I'm doing here, like and subscribe, donate to the channel. Catch me in the next video. Oops, I almost forgot today's quote. I have them written down. They don't come off the top of my head. Your path lights up in a way that you cannot miss it. You can feel the compulsion. Your path lights up in a way that you cannot miss it. You can feel the compulsion, and may you find lasting happiness.